The plan was simple. 2 nights off-grid in the Davy Crockett National Forest. Getting in took a little work, but I made it to camp just before dark, lit a fire, and grilled some hot dogs. The next morning, I did some exploring and came across a few future campsites, and even had a couple of unexpected visitors. But later that day, something changed. We'll talk about more of that later.
It doesn't give me a good feeling in my stomach.
Welcome back to Bearded Excursions and Outdoors, everybody. It's 5:11 p.m. on a Friday, and I'm heading up once again to the Davy Crockett National Forest. I have no idea where I'm going to lay my head tonight. I've got a couple of camp spots marked on Onyx Off-Road as potentials, but leaving this late, it's 2 hours to get there. There's a good chance that those sites will be taken, so it'll be interesting to see. So I'm happy that you're coming along with me on this journey. Let's have a great weekend. Well, as you can see, we found dirt, and so I'm coming up in about 3.5 miles to the first site that I've marked, but I don't have much daylight left, so I'm really hoping that when we get there that this spot's nice and that it's not taken and that we can set up. But if not, we'll pivot a little bit and find another spot. Got a tree down in the middle of the road. I'm gonna see if I can move it, but I don't want to waste too much time. I didn't bring my chainsaw, or I can just cut it up. Dang it. Well, we made it to the Davy Crockett National Forest. This is quite a ways from where I camped the first time back in, I think it was February. But as you can see, I don't have much daylight left, so I want to go ahead and get camp set up, then I'll check back in with you guys. All right, we got camp set up and I got a fire started because the bugs are kind of bad. We're out close to the water. It's that direction. I doubt you can really see it right now. We'll be able to check out the campsite really good in the morning, but in the meantime, it's calm. I hear the birds, or not the birds, I hear the bugs chirping, and the smoke is helping keep some of the mosquitoes and whatnot at bay. So it's been a long day. I've been fasting, but I have expelled so much energy. I think I'm gonna go ahead and make some hot dogs. So we're gonna do that over the fire in a little bit, but I wanted to talk a little bit about when we came in here. You saw that we had that tree that was across the road, and normally the last 2 or 3 campsites I've been to, I've brought my battery powered chainsaw. Well, I brought a bunch of pre-cut wood that I got from my mother-in-law's front yard. She had a tree taken down, and so I didn't feel the need to bring it. Boy, was I kicking myself when we came across that tree, but I remembered I had those toe straps that I keep as part of my recovery gear. So I was able to wrap it around that tree and get it pulled out of the road, which was nice. And then we could keep on coming. But it did cost me some daylight because I was really pushing it to get here. And as you can see, I got here just as the sun was going down. But I think we got a really nice spot. The idea for this weekend is to spend some time exploring tomorrow parts of the Davy Crockett Forest that I haven't really looked at yet, and to see if we can mark some cool campsites for future visits, kind of like what I did with the Sam Houston National Forest. So that's what the plan is. So I'm excited about that. But in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this beverage and let the fire get down to some nice coals so I can find a stick and I can cook my hot dog right over the fire. What do you think about that, baby? Would you like a hot dog too? Yeah, probably so. All right, we'll check with you guys in a little bit. All right, time to get old school and roast the weenie over the fire. I'd say that looks about done. What do you say we go get it on a bun? All right, let's go ahead and dig into our over the fire cooked hot dog. As you can see, it's split a little bit, but man, it looks pretty good. My trusty stick. These are like cheddar sausage dogs, so they're pretty tasty. I think my wife picked these up at HEB not too long ago. Put a little mustard on there. Hot. It's really good. There's something about anything cooked over a campfire, just automatically tastes better. I'm gonna finish this hot dog, and I'm tired, y'all. It's been a full day. We're gonna hit the hay at this point. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. 75 degrees outside this morning. A little overcast, so not too bad. I think 75 was the low last night, so I woke up every couple of hours or so, and I'd go from being too cold to cool enough to want to use part of the blanket, but then I get too hot, and it was kind of back and forth. So, but I did sleep for several hours, and it was just very peaceful out here. Not a sound. I didn't hear any coyotes. I didn't hear any hogs. The occasional jet would fly over. You see the humidity's doing wonders for my beard this morning. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do is finish this coffee. Then I'm gonna get a game plan together. We have explored Davy Crockett National Forest before, but we're further south this time than I was the first time that I went, so I want to explore around and see some campsites. I do like this campsite. I mean, it's got some trash that I've been going around and picking up here and there, as most campsites do. You're going to find that, but I try to clean up as much as I can when I'm at a campsite. So we'll do some exploring today at some of the back roads. We're right off the Texas Traverse, leg 1. This is right to it. So if you guys use Onyx Off-Road and you want to follow the Texas Traverse, this spot is pretty close to that. So it's going to be a beautiful day. Just can't beat quiet mornings like this. Overlooking the water. It's just nice. I appreciate you guys coming along. Be sure to like and subscribe. YouTube loves engagement, so I'd love to hear in the comments your favorite places to get out and camp. And if you've been to the Davy Crockett National Forest, what are some of the best spots that you've found? Can't wait for colder weather, though. This breeze reminds me that it's on the way. I'm excited for that. Makes the campfire feel even better when it's cooler.
After a hot cup of coffee and soaking in the quiet of the morning, Bailey and I finally set out to do some exploring in the Davy Crockett National Forest. The forest covers over 160,000 acres of East Texas, dense pines, winding trails, and more back roads than most folks realize. It's a place where cell signal fades and the stillness speaks. I'd been curious about the Holly Bluff Camp area for a while now, so we made that our goal. But along the way, we were really just searching for any spots that felt right. Places we might want to come back to and call home for a night or two in the future. And out here, you don't always need a plan. Sometimes the trail just decides for you.
Running some of the back roads and the trails that are out here in the area, and one of them on Onyx Off-Road is called Smuggler's Strait, and there's supposed to be some dispersed camping down here a little ways, so go and check that out.
It was such a pleasant morning. With the windows down and the breeze in our hair, we cruised along, not in any particular rush, and before we knew it, we had stumbled upon a perfect little campsite waiting for us.
Just turned off one of those little spur roads and found a cool little campsite. Let's get out and check it out.
All right, so it's a really cool spot. It's kind of shady. It's not on water or anything like that, but there's enough room here for a couple of rigs, easy, and it's a nice, pretty view of the National Forest. You can even see they left some firewood there, so cool spot. This one's getting marked.
On to the next spot, see what we can find. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I found another spot, but it seems that the wildlife has already claimed it. Look at that. Something you don't see too lot during the daytime of some armadillos, but we're scrounging for some food. Well, those little guys weren't bothered by a vehicle or humans or anything at all. I could get fairly close to them, but we'll just leave them be. It's always kind of cool to see any type of wildlife. I think it's the first time I've seen an armadillo out in the daytime. I don't know when. Usually I see them or glimpses of them at nighttime. But at any rate, let's keep on trucking, see what we can find. Just turned down the road to the Holly Bluff campground. It's a pretty drive, real shaded, just like all these national forest roads out here. And it looks like there's several camp spots even along this road. You can camp anywhere 150 feet off the road, but anxious to get down here and see what the river spots look like. I'm wondering if there's going to be people down there. I'm surprised I haven't seen more people out this weekend, but you know, then again, I'm the only one crazy enough to camp in warmer weather.
Made it to the Holly Bluff campground area, and they've got a bunch of cool spots. I guess you could just kind of camp anywhere, but let's go check out the river.
It's kind of cool. They have like a kayak or hand launch, a little bit of a boat ramp here. But man, there's a lot of debris in the river, I guess, from storms. So maybe some hard navigation in the kayak, but nevertheless, it's a pretty cool area. Let's go check out where we can set up tents. See if I decide to mark this or not. When I pulled into the campground, there was one truck already here, and they pulled off and they left whenever I got here and parked, but I don't know if they were just kind of checking out the area too, or if they were doing some fishing. I don't know, but let's see what we can scout out here. Real pretty shaded area back here. Cool area. I've already got it marked. I don't know that it's one of these that I'm just like, I'm just dying to get out there. The river's just got so much debris in it. Don't even know if it'd be good to fish. Maybe around some of the debris piles, but I think we're just gonna keep on exploring. All right, back from our little adventure, and time for a little bit of lunch. Not as great as over the fire, but it'll work. Well, it was a pretty tasty lunch, and yeah, today we did some exploring, but I really just wanted to come back and relax for a little bit. Want to catch the game tonight. Got kind of a strong enough signal that I should be able to do that. The second thing I was thinking of is this is just such a gorgeous view out here by the water, and I love it. But what you don't see a lot is when you kind of come this way, there's just a lot of vegetation where the fire pit is, and that just creates a lot of breeding environment for mosquitoes and bugs and whatnot. So I'm thinking that what we're going to do tonight is I'm just going to set up an area kind of close to the tent. I may pull out my fire pit and enjoy a fire closer to the tent over there tonight, and be able to watch the game and not be bothered so much with the bugs. But in the meantime, I think I am still going to just kind of really enjoy this view. And not only the view, but the nice breeze that I get across that water. It just makes it cooler. Today has been really nice. The high right now is only like 85. I think the high today is 87 total. And it's supposed to start getting a lot cooler tonight. So anyway, that's kind of our plans for the rest of the day. So just had a couple of visitors, a couple guys, locals from the area, said they grew up here, and they used to spend a lot of time just kind of hanging and chilling, swimming in the old pond here, and talked to them for a little bit. Super nice guys, and they left, and about 10 minutes after they left, law enforcement shows up, and they said, "Hey, has there been a lot of activity out here? When'd you get here?" I said, "Well, I got here, last night. No activity, just a couple of guys that just left here not too long ago." And he said, "Yeah, we saw him." He goes, "Okay." He looked around everything inside my tent, the Jeep, all that stuff. And I don't know, he was probably just doing his job. He's nice enough too, but I don't know. Just a little unsettling. I don't know. I'm like, is this a safe area? Is it safe? Did I just luck out last night? I don't know. It doesn't give me a good feeling in my stomach.
So I wonder if I should go ahead and call it a wrap and head back. I don't know. It was just a little off. It just kind of set me off a little bit. So after careful consideration, I did pack up. I'm gonna head home tonight. Just like I tell my kids and anybody else when you're out camping by yourself, safety is the #1 most important thing. And if something in your gut feels off, it's better to trust it than second chance it. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and head it out to the house. We still had a fantastic time out here. This is a great place to come and explore. It's just something about when the police officer was here, law enforcement, forestry agent, he didn't seem like he was looking at anything with me. I think he was trying not to alarm me, but I think maybe some people have been coming out here doing some things that they weren't supposed to be doing. So I don't want to be out here and with those people come along. So better safe than sorry. So again, always trust your gut. If you made it this far into the video, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, give me a comment. Have you ever had anything happen during a camping trip and you're like, you know what? Maybe the best thing to do is just kind of end it a day early. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's happened to, but like I said, better safe than sorry. So Bailey and I are about to hop in the Jeep and head on to the house. So until next time, we'll see you down the trail or around the campfire.